After being reborn into the apocalypse, the man encountered a highly prestigious king-level powerhouse from his past life. However, this person turned out to be a despicable villain through and through. He actually launched a sneak attack from behind while Chen was dealing with zombie. He wants to take the opportunity to get rid of Chen and occupy his base. What caught him off guard was that Chen not only didn't cause any trouble, he also struck back with a sword and killed that level 8 mutant. Seeing the situation, Chen also had no patience to talk to him, and slapped him across the face as soon as he approached. He then coldly said, "According to the agreement earlier, the loser must join the other party's base. You wouldn't go back on your word, would you?" At this moment, the girl who was just saved by Chen walked over and said, "My name is Ouyang Lu, a natural type ability user. I am willing to join your base." Upon hearing this, Chen immediately reassured Ouyang Lu, saying, "Rest assured, we will treat new members well. Now go and help me find the elite members in our base." The girl who heard this didn't hesitate and immediately pointed out the dozen or so elites in the base. Feng Zhengqing, who saw this scene, was also angry but dared not speak, secretly cursing, "You traitor! How dare you expose all the core members I have carefully trained? But the most urgent task is to save our lives. As long as we survive, there will be a chance to make a comeback." He immediately nodded and bowed, walking up to Chen and said, "Brother Chen, I know I was wrong. Please forgive me and let me off. I personally came to help persuade these elites to join your base." Upon hearing this, Chen immediately assured me that he and his people would never cause trouble for me. As long as I could help persuade them to join, I could leave his base at any time. Upon hearing this, Feng Zhengqing immediately announced the dissolution of the base on the spot. He stated that as a despicable person, he was not deserving of being their leader. The only right choice was to join Brother Chen's base. After saying this, he dashed towards the gate of the base, secretly thinking that even staying a second longer here, this guy could change his mind at any time. It's better for me to leave first. Little did he know that Chen never intended to let him go in the first place. Although the camper Chen promised that his people would not harm him, he never said the dogs wouldn't. After Chen gave a signal to Thunder King, Dog Elder instantly understood his master's intentions. It immediately promised to complete the mission. "I will come back later to ask you for points." At this moment, Feng Zhengqing also successfully escaped from the base. Thinking that this revenge must be avenged, "I will come back to seek revenge and make sure you have no place to be buried." But when he turned around again, he found inexplicably that there was an extra native dog behind him. At this moment, Feng Zhengqing also realized that something was wrong. How could a dog keep up with the speed of a level 5 ability user like me? Before he could figure out the situation, Thunder King suddenly erupted with a burst of terrifying electricity all around his body. Then it directly used a move called Thunder God's Palm and slapped it right on his face. Feng Zhengqing never thought that Chen, this camper, would actually keep his promise so faithfully. It turns out it was not him or his people who laid hands on me. The former tyrant of a past life ended up drinking bitterness in the northwest inexplicably like this, while this tyrant was only a moving point in the eyes of the Thunder King. At the same time, on the other side, Dawnlight Lung is reporting the specific details of the integration to Chen. "Brother Chen, although the qualifications of the personnel on Feng Zhengqing's side are quite good, there are more than 2,000 people in total. Do you think we should recruit all of them or just select the elites?" Upon hearing this, Chen immediately stated that those ranked level 4 or higher, and those with special abilities can be directly recruited. The rest of the individuals who can produce 20 level 3 crystals within 3 days will also be recruited into their ranks. Just then, the Thunder King suddenly appeared in front of Chen, sticking out its tongue to indicate that the dog had completed the task. "Please help me calculate the points for this mission." Seeing this, Chen didn't hesitate and immediately said, "Your performance this time is good. I'll award you 400 points for reaching level 5 crystal. I hunted down the trash that I had disabled. Giving you another 100 points is generous, isn't it?" At the same time, on the other side, outside the base, a group of unexpected guests suddenly arrived. A giant dung beetle was leading its army of stink bugs, advancing step by step towards the base. This really scared Xia Haoran. He didn't say a word and used the flying celestial fist skill towards that guy. But just as Xia Haoran was about to punch the disgusting guy to send him away, Chen suddenly shouted, "Hold on with the punch. This bug cannot die, it's a good thing." After being reborn into the apocalypse, the man encountered a dung beetle larger than any human. Although this fellow is extremely smelly, it is a bona fide beneficial insect. But Xia Haoran treated it as an invader of the base and struck it with a punch, sending it flying out. Fortunately, Luke Chen stopped Xia Haoran in time to prevent him from continuing his actions. Luke Chen said that this is a great way to improve the environment. He was worried about the more than 2,000 people's waste in the base that no one was handling. Now that it's here, we don't have to worry about this anymore. At this time, the dung beetle ABA could be seen angrily howling, with excited drool flowing from the corners of its eyes. This made Ouyang Lu beside him burst into laughter uncontrollably. Seeing this, Luke Chen immediately asked you what you were laughing at. Can you understand what it's saying, I wonder? Upon hearing this, Ouyang Lu immediately explained that it, referring to something or someone, said it originally wanted to sneak into your base to eat some feces, but unexpectedly did not get to eat any feces and instead got beaten up by this guy. Upon hearing this, Luke Chen immediately expressed, then you quickly help me tell it that in the future, if you want to eat feces, feel free to come. I promise that there will definitely be no one harming you in the future. How about that for feces management? The dung beetle, upon hearing this without hesitation, agreed to the deal and immediately said, I will take my brothers to start working now, oh no, start dining. But at this moment, Zhao Hai suddenly drove to Luke Chen's new base. When he saw the thick steel walls at the entrance, he was stunned on the spot, thinking that choosing to join Luke Chen was a wise decision. This defense work is completely not afraid of zombies below level 5. No matter how many come, they cannot break in. At this moment, Luke Chen slowly walked over and said, Brother Hai, what wind blew you here? Come on, let me show you around my new base. Upon hearing this, Zhao Hai quickly expressed that this time he was coming to seek refuge with him. In the future, I want to follow you and join you. Is that okay? Upon hearing this, Luke Chen immediately said, We are meant to be together. A warm welcome is a must. Luke Chen thought to himself, although Zhao Hai lacks combat abilities, he is truly exceptional in gathering intelligence. He is also very adept at dealing with people, and has a firm grasp on social conventions, making him even more impressive in handling human relationships. Luke Chen then said with a smile, Brother Hai, we have just established 2 new intelligence teams. One team is led by my brother Jiang Feng, and I will leave the other team to you, Brother Hai, for you to take charge. Upon hearing this, Zhao Hai was also stunned. The rules on Luke Chen's side were known to him very well. With his own abilities, being able to become an elite member on this side is already considered Luke Chen giving him face. He didn't expect that he would even be assigned a team leader. At the same time, at this moment, there is another group outside the base who want to join in. Looking at the scale of this base, the leading man became even more determined to join, but unexpectedly, the younger brother told him that he had already inquired and found out that this base only accepts ability users of level 4 and above. We simply do not meet their requirements. However, the man was undeterred and insisted that the higher the requirements, the tighter we should hold on to this opportunity. Hurry and go check the supplies. I will bring generous gifts to visit the chief here. Later, Guang Chan brought the man to meet Luke Chen, stating that this man had come specifically with generous gifts to pay his respects to you. But when Luke Chen saw the visitor, he suddenly froze in place. This person, whom Luke Chen not only knows but also holds a deep grudge against, is named Lin Tian. In a past life, when Luke Chen and Pillars were out collecting supplies, they unfortunately got caught red-handed by this brat. Seeing that the other party had a large group of people, Luke Chen could only hand over the supplies that they had found with a bow. But little did they know, Lin Tian not only did not let go of the 2, but also attracted a large number of zombies to besiege them. In the previous life, the Pillars sacrificed themselves to cover Luke Chen's retreat during that incident. Although the fate of the Pillars has changed in this life, Lin Tian has not done anything to betray us. But he still has to die. Blame your misfortune on yourself for my reincarnation. After being reincarnated into the apocalypse, the man encountered his archenemy from his previous life. In the previous life, this person not only stole his belongings, he also attracted zombies and killed Pillars. Although he has never done anything wrong to him in this life, he sent 10 tons of seafood to please him. But this person does not die, and Luke Chen finds it hard to let go of his hatred. Of course, Luke Chen will not just easily kill him. He won't spare any of those who harmed the Pillars. When Lin Tian gathers all those culprits from his past life under his command, it will be the day when he has no place to be buried. After looking at the list of gifts presented by Lin Tian, Luke Chen immediately expressed, Brother, you are thoughtful, especially the abalone, ginseng, shark fin and sea cucumber, which suit my taste. Upon hearing this, Lin Tian quickly said, Since Brother Chen likes it, I will send some over to you later. I am new to this place as well, and I hope Brother Chen can take care of me in the future. Upon hearing this, Luke Chen smiled slightly and said, No problem, if anyone bullies you, just mention my name. Whoever dares to touch you will have to deal with me, Luke Chan. Upon hearing this, Lin Tian was overjoyed. He quietly thought to himself that the gift was indeed not given in vain. This time it seems that he has gained a powerful ally. So he instructed his younger brother to bring 2 tortoiseshells to give to Luke Chan and said, "Brother Chan, do not underestimate these 2 tortoiseshells. The hardness of this item definitely exceeds your imagination. Even a level 4 ability user cannot cause any damage to it. Although there are many mutant sea turtles near our base, it took hundreds of our people a tremendous effort to hunt and kill just 2 of them." Looking at this turtle shell, Luke Chen's eyes lit up. It is indeed as he said. Using this thing as a shield is the most suitable. Both physical defense and magical defense are quite amazing. This thing may not be as good as Long Yu made, but it is really suitable for member to use. At this time, Luke Chan said in a deep voice, "Little Tian, you said there are many mutated sea turtles near your base, right? Take me to see them now." Later, Lin Tian drove him to the seaside of North City, but who knew that they had only gone halfway when they were stopped by a burly zombie. Then the zombie arrogantly said to Luke Chan, "Kid, you're lucky. I have something I want to collaborate with you. Get off the car right now, or I'll break your waist." Upon hearing this, Luke Chan got off the car without saying a word and asked Zombie what he wanted to collaborate on, and what benefits there were to working with him. Zombie immediately became furious upon hearing this and said angrily, "Not eating you is already the greatest kindness. How dare you even negotiate terms with me? I swear I will rip your waist off now." Luke Chan counterattacked with a powerful right hook to its face. He immediately grabbed him and pulled him in front of himself before the zombie could figure out the situation. Luke Chan raised his hand and delivered a loud slap, knocking out 2 of his front teeth in an instant. But that wasn't the end of it. While continuously slapping zombie, Luke Chan mumbled, "Your skills are not bad at all. Come on, show me what you've got." Only after being slapped for 2.5 minutes did zombie realize that this was someone he couldn't mess with. So it immediately knelt down with a thud and began to beg for mercy. "Big brother, please don't hit me. I will never act tough in front of you again." Upon hearing this, Luke Chan said coldly, "You wanted to collaborate with me, didn't you? Today I will give you a chance. 3 days later I will come back here to find you. You need to lure a powerful zombie over for me. If you succeed, I will reward you with 20 kilograms of pork. But if you dare to stand me up, I will find you even if you flee to the ends of the earth. Then, as you said, I will break your waist with a snap." The zombie who heard this immediately nodded to indicate assurance to complete the task. Shortly after, Luke Chan arrived at the seaside. Without hesitation, he rushed towards the mutant turtle as soon as he saw it. This really scared the turtle. The turtles didn't hesitate and bit towards his lower body. Fortunately, Luke Chan protected his precious belongings in time, thus luckily preserving his future generations. Then he formed the void sword in his hand. He directly cut off the turtle's head with one sword strike. However, just as he was about to collect the spoils of war, the ground suddenly began to shake violently. At that moment, Ding Qing looked and found a giant turtle even bigger than Godzilla approaching him step by step. This is definitely the biggest bastard turtle you have ever seen. It is not only 10 meters long but also weighs 2.5 tons. This turtle became the king of this beach after practicing for only 2.5 years. It saw Luke Chan kill its little brother. The Turtle King did not hesitate at all and immediately stretched out its 5.5 meters long neck to attack Luke Chan. But fortunately, Luke Chen's speed and reflexes were extremely fast. He dodged this deadly blow by simply sidestepping. Although the Turtle King's movement speed is very slow, this sudden attack is fast as lightning. Luke Chan just summarized his experience from fighting this type of turtle earlier. As long as you quickly grab their necks at the moment they extend their heads to attack, and then strike with a sword, you can neatly resolve the battle. What caught Luke Chan off guard was that this guy's neck was even stronger than Ironhead's head. One strike only scratched a little bit of its skin. Before Luke Chan could figure out the situation, the Turtle King shot several water arrows towards him from within its shell. At this moment, Luke Chan was completely bewildered. Could it be that this fellow is the final form of Blastoise, the water arrow turtle? Can actually shoot water arrows. The smooth combo caught Luke Chan off guard. Luckily, he managed to dodge all the cold arrows released by the Turtle King just in time by using Void Step. Luke Chan intended to take down this guy to obtain its crystal and turtle shell. Unexpectedly, he ended up hitting a brick wall this time. Although Spatial Slice can certainly cut off its neck, it requires a long time to concentrate mental energy to be effective. As long as it tucks its neck into the turtle shell, Spatial Slice will not cause any harm to it. If you go all out against it, you can definitely take down this guy, but your own ability will also be exhausted as a result. He's not sure if there are any other unknown creatures by the seaside. Without using ability to use Void Step, he will become very passive. There is no need to go all out against it. Thinking of this, Luke-chan immediately used a Void Step to appear behind it, but was surprised to find that this guy had 4 turtle eggs under it. So he immediately had a bright idea. Since I can't take you away today, taking away your turtle son is not a bad idea either. The descendants of the Turtle King may be even stronger than this old tortoise. Bringing one back and raising it as a pet from a young age would be wonderful, wouldn't it? Upon thinking of this, Luke-chan immediately used a Void Step to arrive in front of the Turtle King. He then immediately made an internationally recognized gesture and shouted, "Come here." The Turtle King was quite furious. When has the Turtle King, who had ruled the seashore for 1,000 years, ever received such humiliation? It charged straight at Luke-chan without saying a word. Seeing that its evil plan had succeeded, Luke-chan, this camper, immediately used a Void Step and turned back again. Then he directly made a backhand move and took away 4 turtle eggs. At this moment, the Turtle King finally realized that it fell for the enemy's trick to lead the tiger away from the mountain, but it was too late. It could only watch helplessly as its children were stolen. At this moment, Luke-chan said with a smirk, "Oh yeah, I'm taking these little turtle bastards with me." After saying that, he used a Void Step and left the beach, leaving the old turtle bastard alone, standing disheveled in the wind. Little did he know that this action by Luke-chan would bring himself a huge trouble. How awesome is this man? The guard dog at his home awakened the most powerful talent, Thunder ability. It can instantly defeat an apocalypse boss with just one set of lightning 5-strike whip. His cat has the ability to foresee the future, and can determine life and death with just a snap of its fingers. Not only that, he has also tamed a zombie with an IQ of 130 to be his underling. Luke-chan gave it 3 days to find a high-level zombie to pay respects to him. If it fails, he will immediately end its life. The 3-day deadline has now arrived, and Luke-chan is also prepared to go to the agreed location to receive the delivery. In order to ensure that everything goes smoothly before leaving, Luke-chan specifically asked Rice whether this trip would encounter any danger. But to everyone's surprise, Rice calmly said, "Although this trip may have surprises, there is no danger. Turn bad luck into good luck, so you can rest assured and hit the road." Then Luke-chan arrived at the agreed location. The strongman zombie was also very trustworthy, obediently bringing Luke-chan a powerful zombie. But the next second, the strongman zombie suddenly pointed at Luke-chan and shouted, "This guy is the one who said he wanted to bite my waist. Can you help me out here?" Just as he finished speaking, Luke-chan only felt something tearing at his waist with force. When Luke-chan saw this scene, his pupils suddenly contracted. Inwardly thinking, "Isn't this spatial cutting? I didn't expect this zombie to also be a spatial class mutant." He immediately released Void Step and escaped from the cutting range. But unexpectedly, this zombie was extremely fast, and in the blink of an eye, it rushed to Luke-chan's front. Unable to do anything else, Luke-chan had to use Void Step again to dodge. At this moment, Luke-chan was completely confused, thinking that the level of this mutant must have reached level 9. No wonder Rice would say it's full of surprises. This guy's strength really surprised me too. Just then, a barrier suddenly descended from the sky and trapped Luke-chan inside. This really frightened Luke-chan, as he never expected this guy had already mastered the spatial cage. At this moment, the arrogant mutant said, "You brat must also be a spatial class ability user, right? Quickly tell me, what are the escape skills? Teach me quickly, or I will immediately devour you." After speaking, the mutant retracted the cage and reached out to grab Luke-chan. Seeing this, Luke-chan quickly condensed the void sword and slashed towards the zombie. But to his surprise, this sword not only did not cause any damage to it, but also thoroughly enraged it. The next second, the mutant suddenly swung a claw at him, at a critical moment. Luke-chan immediately unleashed Void Step and appeared behind it, thinking that since Rice had said he was not in danger this time, he could only use time acceleration to deal with this guy. Although there is a risk of crystal shattering when using this move at the moment, there is no choice but to take a chance. Upon thinking of this, Luke-chan immediately stabbed the mutant in the back with his sword. Following his loud shout, time accelerated. The crystal in his mind immediately lit up with bursts of blue light. He started convulsing immediately after looking at the mutant, just as Luke-chan thought he had succeeded. The zombie suddenly turned around and shouted at Luke-chan, "I must kill you today." What will happen when a zombie's IQ reaches 103? It will be able to speak and even commit highway robbery. Ordinary zombies will fight humans they can't beat until they die. But it will kneel down and beg for mercy, pretending to be pitiful. Even scarier, it will also lie to people. It promised to help Chen find high-level zombies to gain experience. Instead, it called a level 9 mutant to seek revenge for itself. Although this zombie's strength far surpasses that of Chen, but it fell for Camper Chen's trick and not only was stabbed in the back by his sword, it was also crazily consuming life by accelerating time. At this moment it was just like being pressed fast-forward button, and the whole body began to twitch non-stop. Upon seeing this, Mutant immediately turned his head and pounced towards Chen. It was still shouting in its mouth. "What did you do to me? I must kill you." But before it could finish speaking, the mutant fell straight to the ground at Chen's feet. It died without ever understanding what had happened. The burly zombie was instantly dumbfounded when he saw this scene. Without any hesitation, it immediately turned its head and started running wildly. Inwardly the person thought, "If it catches me, I'll have to fight for my life." Just as the words fell, Chen intercepted it with a swoosh and said coldly, "Are you running so fast to hurry up and be reincarnated? Did I tell you to leave?" As soon as these words were spoken, the burly man zombie immediately knelt down with a thud, repeatedly saying, "Please don't break my waist, boss, I won't dare next time. Please forgive me this time." But who knew that Chen not only did not blame it, but instead praised it for handling things very well. He then stuffed 20 pounds of pork into its arms and said, "From now on I'll call you Strong. Let's meet here again in 3 days. Bring another high-level zombie with you when you come to see me." A nearby mutant appeared and attacked a base to the east, singing that today is a good day and all wishes will come true. With this level 9 spatial class crystal, breaking through to level 7 is just around the corner. Just at this moment, 2 members of the intelligence team suddenly found Chen and said, "Brother Chen, our team just received some intelligence. A mutant has appeared nearby and attacked a base to the east. Here is a list of powerful individuals that our second team compiled at your request. Please take a look." Taking the list and looking at it, Chen quickly found the name of a king-level expert. This person is named Jin Yuanjiang, a Earth-type ability user, not only outstanding in combat ability but also very loyal and righteous. Chen immediately ordered them to set aside their current tasks and focus on gathering all available information on this person. Notify me immediately upon any updates. But as soon as the words fell, Guang Chen's voice came over the intercom saying cunningly, "Brother Chen, a person outside mentioned a level 7 crystal seeking our protection. Do you think I should confiscate his crystal and drive him away? Or what should I do?" Upon hearing this, Chen was inspired. Since someone came to seek my protection voluntarily, why not just establish a shelter? As long as they can afford to pay enough to save their lives, no matter what they have done, I can provide them with shelter. Maybe in the future, someone will present a king-level crystal to ask for my help. Chen then immediately ordered Guang Chen to take on this business, and instructed him to spread the message that a person named Jia Shan has Chen's protection. Soon this message spread to Jia Shan's enemies. At this moment the leader of the base angrily said, Chen, how dare you protect someone I'm chasing, Zhongjin. Gather the troops, we will attack together. I want to see what abilities this Chen has. With Mr. Ironleg assisting us, I'm not afraid of a small fry like Chen. After being reborn in the apocalypse, the man established a shelter. No matter what the other party has done, as long as they can produce enough life-saving treasures, Chen will settle everything for him. The next morning, someone came early in the morning holding a level 7 crystal seeking refuge from Chen. Upon seeing the situation, Chen accepted the business without hesitation. Soon this news spread to the enemy's camp. The enemy was infuriated by this and immediately ordered his men to gather and confront this Chen. He then arrived in front of an iron gate and respectfully said, "Mr. Zombie, there is a matter that I must trouble you to personally take care of." Upon hearing this, Zombie immediately expressed, "Who do you think you are? Why should I help you with anything?" But just then a henchman suddenly rushed in anxiously and shouted, "Boss, things are not looking good. Someone has invaded our base, and we are no match for that guy at all." However, as soon as he spoke, that henchman was immediately chopped in half by someone. At this moment, a man wielding a sword of void arrogance spoke, "You must be the boss here. I, Mo Ning, have taken a liking to this base. If you know what's good for you, you'd better roll out quickly." Upon hearing this, Zombie immediately stood up. Then it coldly said, "Where did this brat come from? How dare you have designs on my territory? Are you tired of living?" After speaking, it suddenly rushed towards Mo Ning. Then it unleashed a powerful diamond leg kick towards him. But who could have known what would happen the next second? That person actually disappeared into thin air in front of them. Before the two could figure out the situation, Mo Ning had already mysteriously appeared behind the man and directly chopped off his head. In just 2.5 seconds, one person and one corpse instantly became the souls under his blade. At this moment, a green-haired girl walked over and said, "Brother Mo Ning is truly the #1 in this apocalypse. Not only did he awaken the unique spatial ability, he also broke through to level 6. Brother Mo Ning, take a quick look at this. This was found on the man you just took down." Taking the note, I found it to be a flyer for Luke Chen's shelter. Reading the content, Mo Ning chuckled. This person named Luke Chen seems quite capable. Today I will make him pay for his arrogance. Let's go to this kid's base and cure him of his boasting habit. He must know who the real boss is in this post-apocalyptic world. And at this moment, Luke Chen is cheering on the soon-to-hatch Turtle King egg. In a short while, 4 little turtle eggs all cracked and hatched, which made Luke Chen extremely happy. He immediately picked up one of the little turtles, ready to give it a name, but who knew what would happen next? The little turtle actually spat out a gob of phlegm that was 82 years old directly on his face. At this moment, Luke Chen couldn't help but exclaim, "Truly worthy of being the descendant of the Turtle King. I didn't expect this little turtle to reach level 2 strength just after being born. What would happen if I used time acceleration on them? Maybe in no time, the strength of these little ones could surpass that of the Turtle King." However, just as Luke Chen was about to activate the time acceleration, Guang Chen's voice suddenly came over the intercom. "Brother Chen, something bad has happened. Just now, a man named Mo Ning broke into our base. The weapon in his hand looks very similar to your void sword. Within moments, he slaughtered more than 10 of our members and kidnapped one of our brothers. Before leaving, he said, 'If you want to save him, go to the peak of Wutai Mountain to find him yourself.'" Upon hearing this, Luke Chen was first shocked and then muttered to himself, "I never leave myself vulnerable in my actions. I shouldn't have any enemies logically. I also don't recall ever offending this person named Mo Ning. But regardless, since he dares to provoke me actively, he must die. How awesome is this man? The cat he keeps has the ability to predict the future. The guard dog in his house has also awakened the most powerful attack talent, Thunder ability. He himself is an unparalleled dual-type ability user. But now there is a reckless thing that dares to defy death, not only killing Luke Chen but also over a dozen henchmen. He also kidnapped a member as a hostage, threatening Luke Chen to meet him at the peak of Wutai Mountain tonight, or else face dire consequences. After completing all this, Mo Ning hugged the girl and leisurely drank wine on the mountaintop, joking that Luke Chen would surely bring at least 1,000 people this time. But no matter how many people he brings, I will make sure he won't leave today. But who would have thought that as soon as I said this, Luke Chen came to the mountaintop alone. Then he said coldly, "A few bottles of beer and you end up like this. Your arrogance is quite something. I'm curious to see how you'll make me come and not go today." Seeing the situation, the little brother who was tied up quickly shouted, "Brother Chen, this beast killed more than 10 of our brothers. Don't worry about me. Avenge our brothers by killing him." Upon hearing this, Luke Chen's face darkened as he said, "Don't worry. Today none of them can escape. With me here, they won't be able to harm you in any way." Upon hearing this, Mo Ning chuckled, "You're quite arrogant, kid. Coming to the appointment alone and still daring to boast. I'm curious to see how capable you really are." Luke Chen immediately responded, "Whether I have the capability or not, you will find out soon. But one thing I have never figured out. I have no grievances or resentments with you. Why do you want to harm me for no reason? Are you being manipulated by someone else?" Upon seeing this, Mo Ning did not hide it from Luke Chen and immediately said, "Isn't the brochure for your shelter quite arrogant? I was just bored and looking for some fun. Is this reason sufficient enough?" As soon as this was said, little Luke Chen suddenly realized with sorrow, so this guy is just bored of living. In my past life, when I was feeling impatient with life, I also liked to amuse myself by teasing zombies. Luke Chen then smiled and said, "Since you complain about your life being too long, I'll grant your wish today. I dare to be reckless because I have the capital to do so. Do you?" As soon as he finished speaking, Mo Ning immediately condensed the void sword and shouted, "Do you think this is capital enough?" Before he even finished speaking, Luke Chen also condensed a void sword in his hand. The onlookers were stunned on the spot when they saw this scene. The girl shouted out loud, "This is absolutely impossible. How could you have the exclusive weapon of my brother, Mo Ning?" The girl summoned a dark knight who was 2 meters tall. However, she was caught off guard when she realized that the level 6 undead creature she had just summoned was split in half by Luke Chen in the blink of an eye. Upon seeing this, the henchmen immediately surrounded Luke Chen, each expressing that he may be powerful, But could he really defeat all of them? However, before they could finish their statements, something unexpected happened. In an instant, that person's head had been relocated. It happened in the blink of an eye. Luke Chen effortlessly killed over 100 of Mo Ning's henchmen with just one sword strike. Mo Ning was really frightened by this, secretly wondering what level of ability user this guy Luke Chen is. My level 6 strength could only catch a glimpse of his afterimage. Upon seeing this, the green-haired girl acted without hesitation and immediately released the dark restraint to trap Luke Chen. She then shouted, Mo Ning brother, you retreat first. I will cover the rear. But just as he ran a few steps, who would have known? Luke Chen raised an 800-meter long sword and shouted, I want to see if you can run faster or my void sword can strike faster. The girl who saw this scene was scared and sat paralyzed on the ground, murmuring, how is this possible? Why is there such a badass? Mo Ning was so scared that she immediately shouted, Dad, don't kill me. I still have a unique skill called ability space. I will now teach you how to. Before he could finish speaking, Luke Chen quickly used a void step to appear in front of him. Then he turned around and delivered a loud slap across his face. Who do you think you are? You're not even worthy to teach me, the Void King. Don't you enjoy having fun? The next project will surely meet your satisfaction. A man tries wearing overalls for the first time to play basketball. He ended up getting his third leg broken by Little Black. Just because this man enjoyed killing and relied on his extremely rare spatial ability, he acted arrogantly and domineeringly. He not only killed more than a dozen members of the Luke Chen base, he also boasted that he could kill Luke Chen with just one fart. Unexpectedly, the next second a major face-slapping scene appeared. Not only were his men killed on the spot by Luke Chen without mercy, he himself had his 5 limbs broken and was hung outside Luke Chen's base as a warning. His wife was even locked up in a dark room and turned into a tool. And her ending will be the same as Jean Tao's, as long as she reaches level 6. Luke Chen will then have her summon level 7 undead creatures to farm crystals until she suffers from backlash and dies. But at this moment, Zhao Hai suddenly found Luke Chen and gave him 2 pieces of good news. The first piece of news is that we have just recruited a brother and sister to join the base. The brother, named Zhao Zichen, is a level 5 wind element ability user with excellent talent. The female recruit is even more remarkable. Named Zhao Zi, she is a psychic ability user with the power of mental disruption, which can confuse the minds of enemies. Not only that, she also possesses the ability of telepathy. People linked by her can communicate through their minds, making her a rare talent. Upon hearing this, Luke Chen chuckled and acknowledged Brother Hai's credibility. So what's the second good news? Upon hearing this, Zhao Hai immediately responded, I have news about the person we were looking for, Jin Yuanjiang. I have already sent Song Ling to infiltrate their base. While the efforts to turn him have been progressing very smoothly, it coincides with his wife becoming pregnant. As a result, Jin Yuanjiang has proposed a very demanding condition for joining. He requires us to provide him with enough milk powder and vegetables. Zhao Hai did not expect that Luke Chen would agree to the conditions proposed by him without hesitation. And he also said that he wanted these supplies delivered personally by me. After all, Jin Yuanjiang in his previous life had advanced to king level as an ability user, and his strength at the king level was not weak. Luke Chen naturally values such talents. Luke Chen then drove to Jin Yuanjiang's base and showed the sincerity he brought. Jin Yuanjiang, who witnessed this scene, was suddenly shocked. Luke Chen not only brought baby formula and complementary food, but also prepared various supplements and nutritional products for pregnant women. Seeing Luke Chen's sincere attitude, Jin Yuanjiang was also impressed and agreed to join on the spot. Then he continued hesitantly, saying, Brother Chen, I know that you don't keep idle people around. Each member needs to contribute crystals every day. But I hope that my wife can only work in the logistics at the base and not participate in combat operations. Is that okay? Upon hearing this, Luke Chen also agreed readily. However, you will be responsible for contributing crystals on behalf of your wife. After reaching an agreement, Luke Chen took Jin Yuanjiang to his own base. At the same time, on the other side, the Turtle King was crying in front of a clamshell, saying, My child was taken by a camper. I can sense my child's specific location, but I am no match for that person. Now, I can only ask for your help, my friend. Just as he finished speaking, a clam spirit as beautiful as a heavenly maiden emerged from the clam shell. This spirit is called Sea Lady, and now her level has surpassed level 10, transforming into a human form. Witnessing the Turtle King's tears of pleading, Sea Lady immediately offered to help. However, she mentioned that her power would decrease once she left the ocean. Therefore, you must send your clansmen to guard my shell. I'm afraid that other creatures may have malicious intentions towards my true form. Shortly after, the two of them immediately set off for Luke Chen's base. Meanwhile, on the other side, Luke Chen's mind was suddenly forcibly connected, and soon a woman's voice sounded in his head. Brother Chen, I am a new member Zhaozi. By Lily Me Elder's request, I have a message for you. He said that there will be a major event at the Rice Prediction Base. Please return to the base quickly, otherwise Lily Me Purple Me and Thunder King will both die. Don't be fooled by this cat's sleepy appearance. It is a divine presence that rivals the gods in Apocalypse. Not only does it possess the ability of foresight, but it also has the power to determine life and death with the snap of its fingers. But now it has predicted an ominous sign for Purple Me and others. The only solution is to have Luke Chen return to the base to take charge. So it immediately had Purple Me notify Luke Chen to come back quickly. Upon learning the situation, Luke Chen did not hesitate at all and immediately released Void Step to rush back. He only took 2.5 minutes, and Luke Chen hurried back to the base. He saw that everyone was safe and sound, and his anxious heart finally relaxed. Then it immediately asked Rice what it had sensed and why it hastily called me back. But who knew? Rice calmly said, "The crisis will be averted once you return." But just then, a sentinel's voice suddenly came over the intercom, sounding panicked as it shouted, "Brother Chen, something bad has happened. A super large sea turtle is approaching our base step by step." Upon hearing this, Luke Chen was suddenly stunned in place, thinking, where did a sea turtle come from in our inland city? It was then that he remembered he had stolen 4 sea turtle eggs at the beach. Could it be that the Turtle King had come from afar to search for its offspring? Thinking of this, Luke Chen immediately sprinted towards the base gate. He secretly thought to himself that now he had already broken through to level 7. With his special double ability Constitution, his current strength is equivalent to that of a level 9 ordinary ability user. He was not afraid of a level 8 turtle bastard like you. Soon he saw the Turtle King going crazy at the door. Seeing the situation, Luke Chen immediately shouted, "Evil creature, stop destroying my base." At this moment, Sea Lady coldly said, "It was you who stole my friend's egg, right? How dare you boast so shamelessly here?" But when Luke Chen saw the appearance of the speaker clearly, he was suddenly scared and broke out in a cold sweat. He secretly thought, isn't this the powerful Dark Witch Sea Lady? Countless ability users died at its hands in the previous life. How could it also be here? It even mastered the ability to fly. That means its level has reached level 10. Don't say I'm just a fake level 9 now. Even a true level 9 is no match for it at all. But since Rice foretold that I can resolve this crisis, why would I be afraid of it? In my past life I have killed it before. Killing it again is nothing. Just then, Sea Lady suddenly released a dark barrier towards Luke Chen, trying to trap him inside like catching a turtle in a jar. But what Sea Lady didn't expect was that, at the moment when the barrier was about to close, Luke Chen suddenly used a void step to teleport out from inside, which greatly angered Sea Lady. Without saying a word, she threw a few flirtatious glances at him. Thanks to Luke Chen's quick eyes and fast hands, he narrowly avoided this fatal blow. Otherwise, if hit by the annihilation light, even if he did not die, he would become completely powerless in the face of the opponent's increasingly fierce attack. Luke Chen had no choice but to continuously use Void Step to dodge. He then seized the opportunity, instantly teleporting behind Sea Lady. He raised the Void Sword, ready to strike and eliminate this threat. Unfortunately, the opponent's reaction speed was extremely fast. They quickly sidestepped, narrowly dodging the sword. But at that moment, the Turtle King suddenly opened its huge bloody mouth and bit towards Luke Chen. Just when it thought it had succeeded this time, Luke Chen once again mysteriously disappeared in front of it. However, as one wave subsides, another rises. Sea Lady just landed and suddenly slapped him with the palm. Luke Chen had no choice but to use Void Step again to dodge. At this point, Sea Lady snorted coldly, "I don't believe your teleportation ability can be used infinitely. Wait until your ability is exhausted, and then watch how I defeat you." Upon hearing this, Luke Chen's bladder trembled suddenly, thinking to himself that what Sea Lady said was indeed true. Even without using any skills, Void Step could only be used around 100 times. If he continues to consume in this way, it's only a matter of time before he is controlled by it. In that case, we can only resort to using this trick. Men are invincible existence in the apocalypse. He not only awakened extremely rare spatial ability, he also awakened the 1 in 10,000 time ability. But now, he who possesses the twin ability has been abused by a clamshell spirit and turned into a dog. Because the Dark Witch Sea Lady naturally restrains the spatial class, Chen can only use his time-based ability to deal with it. If he can just trigger time stop, even if he only pauses it for 2.5 seconds, Chen is fully confident that he can take it down. As he shouted loudly, time froze. The next second, Chen suddenly froze in place. As a result, Sea Lady not only was not stopped by him, but her attacks became more and more fierce instead. Meanwhile, Turtle King, seeing that Chen was powerless, vented his anger on other members. Lily Me also had keen insight and knew that no one here was a match for Turtle King, so she quickly ordered all members to retreat to the base. She quickly notified the elders at the base to come out and engage in battle. I will hold off this damn Turtle King. But just at that moment, Thunder King suddenly grabbed a little turtle and charged out. The other 3 small turtles also closely followed behind it. At a glance, Turtle King recognized that the 4 little fellows were his own children. He immediately stopped attacking the base members and then shouted, "Quickly release my turtle son!" Thunder King did not pay attention to this and instead, he slammed his claw on the ground. It instantly cracked the ground deeply in several places. The meaning was clear. If this claw were to land on your child, the consequences would be unimaginable. If you don't want your child to get hurt, be honest and obedient to elder. Chen, who saw this scene, couldn't help but exclaim, "It has to be you at the critical moment." He even resorted to such despicable tactics. Just want to clarify that this is not something I taught. Nevertheless, this move is indeed very effective. Chen narrowed his eyes and suddenly came up with an idea. He skillfully used a void step and appeared next to Thunder King. He shamelessly lifted a small turtle and said, "If you dare to attack again, you never know who will die first." A bad guy wanted to hurt the owner. The little turtle immediately roared at the Turtle King. "Whoever dares to hit my owner, I will bite to death." Upon hearing these words, the Turtle King immediately teary-eyed said,